Salute, sir. Peace and blessings to all our comrades in the struggle, all those who are fighting for a better way of life for all the citizens of the United States and a better way of life for everyone on the planet. Clean drinking water, food to eat, shelter and clothing. And today, I wanted to, talk about education in the United States and why it's so expensive and why public education is not supported by the 0.1% that controls all the wealth in America. All right. And why America sends billions of dollars to Israel and supports Israel and won't support the building of infrastructure, education, and healthcare in the United States. All right, I was just looking at whether or not education is free in Israel. And it says Israel offers free compulsory education to public school students. However, there are fees associated with attending public schools, such as extracurricular activities, school trips, and textbooks that need to be purchased. Higher education is not free in Israel, but it is possible to receive benefits and scholarships through competitive selection. Get this, though. It also goes on to say all citizens, including permanent residents and immigrants, are entitled to free college education in Israel. I don't get that, right? It says all citizens, including permanent residents, immigrants, are entitled to free education in Israel. Okay? So it's kind of confusing. I guess, it depends on what kind of education you're getting, or if you want elite education or maybe advanced degrees, you have to spend a little bit of money. But, basically it's saying, you are entitled to a high quality education in Israel, right? Subsidized by American taxpayers. I was just looking up AIPAC, right? And all of it says, AIPAC, as African people, we need to be strategic and follow the examples of other peoples, right? And adopt some of the behaviors and values that lead them to be successful and prosperous in the world. Okay, we need to have our own committees and institutions that will put forward, our agendas and things that benefit us as a community and as a people, right? Special interest groups and things like that like AIPAC, all right? AIPAC is a national movement of more than 3 million pro-Israel Americans who lobby U.S.-Israel policies and support bipartisan candidates. That means they give money to the left and to the right, to the, Republicans, the MAGA groups, and to, the liberals or so-called liberals, the Democrats, right? And if you go to the website, you can look at who these people are that they support. We stand with those who stand with Israel, right? So we stand with those who stand with us and are fighting for reparations for the harm that was caused by American public policy, domestic policy, and foreign policy that negatively impacts Africans and ascendants out of African slavery, all right, in the diaspora, and right here in the United States and in this diaspora in general. Because the white supremacist, racist foreign policies of the United States and domestic policies such as the crime bill, all right, redlining, the history of lynching and burning and destruction of African American communities in the United States. We need reparations for that. So we need to have special interest groups that will lobby, all right, and lobbying for support for those issues and those causes, right? To redress the wrongs and make amends for the harm that was caused to our communities in the past and in the present, right today. Okay? Things that negatively impacts us, our prosperity and our well-being. Those are the things that we need to fight for. That's where our money needs to go. Like supporting organizations like Sons of Africa. Just go to m.sonsofafrika.org and you'll see what we're all about, what we represent, okay? And looking at who AIPAC supports here, I got it on my computer. You can see for yourself, right? Go to the website. They'll show you. Mike Johnston, Republican of Louisiana or wherever that LA is, right? Steve Scalise, another Republican. Hakeem Jeffries, Democrat of New York. Catherine Clark, Democrat of Massachusetts. And Pete Aguilar, Democrat of California. Like, put your money where your mouth is, right? There's in the Muslims or Islam has a saying, right? It says, you can be against oppression and tyranny, right? If you can't fight against and physically go out on the battle lines and fight, right, with guns and stuff, then you'll be against it in your heart, right? I mean, if you can't speak out against the oppression and tyranny, all right, the white supremacy, the racism and the sexism and all of that, all right, because, not for nothing, we're a very progressive group. Okay, so we're not gonna fight against a woman's right to choose and stuff like that. We have our own values and principles individually that we hold, all right. But as a collective, you're responsible for your choices, all right. I'm not gonna pay for your sins on the day of judgment. You are, all right. So if you wanna do whatever you want with your bodies and stuff like that, that's all right with us. We care about your well-being here on earth. All right, that's what we care about, that you have food, you guaranteed food, clothing, shelter, health care, education, all right, all of those things so that you can be not only prosperous, but that when we give to you or the community or the society give to you, you in turn feel obligated to give back to that society and that community that produced you, uplifted you, sustained you, and empowered you. And once again, salute, sir. Peace and blessings to one and all.